So good morning, everyone. It is 11 a.m. and we are here with the ATSJR company's marketing training. So today, again, we're going to be discussing podcasts, monetizing your podcast, recommendations for different sites you can use to monetize your podcast, as well as recommendations for platforms and different other programs that you can use to help monitor your audience growth. To start off, I want to talk to you guys about building your audience. Before you can monetize your podcast, you have to build your audience, because what they're going to look for when it comes to monetizing your audience, they're going to look for the APM and the CPM, the CPM. Basically, it's how many listeners you have. Like, so it's per 1,000 listeners, we're going to pay you this much money. Or so many downloads, we're going to pay you this much money. So first you have to build your audience. In building your audience, the things you need to focus on is actually marketing your podcast, the hashtags that you use, doing interviews, marketing those interviews with using the audience of the person you interviewed, giving away free things. There's different things that you can use to boost your audience, but the first thing you have to do is market your audience, market your podcast. In doing that, you want to make sure that you have a name that's catchy. You can have your name, but make sure it's a name that grabs attention. Because if someone's just, it's just like when you look through music. When you go through music, you're scanning, you're seeing what you want. When you're looking at videos, you're scanning, you see what you want. Okay.
All right, hold on. I'm cutting her off. She ain't saying nothing wrong. Y'all, you need to lean all the way in. So this I want you to do for a second. Go to some of my paychecks. Let's do that real quick. This is what we gonna do. But we're not gonna make this. No, we ain't gonna do that. No. This is
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh.
Yeah. This you can scroll past that part. Okay. And this right there. All right. Share the screen real quick. Y'all pay attention real quick to what we actually talking about. All right, she's getting ready to share her screen. All right, pay attention, y'all. Episode. This is my back office stuff. It's two podcasts. It's two podcasts right now. Well, for just on this screen. $116.20, $227, $116, $227, $227. But look, pay attention to the names. Any promo, business, any promo. Then if you scroll down a little more. Mint Mobile, that's a phone company. That's a U.S. Career Institute. Some of the future, where's LinkedIn at?
They don't start
until go unshade screen and go show them. All right, let's rewind for a second. Right there. All right, share your screen. That don't matter. Just show your screen. Right there. Y'all see LinkedIn? Or LinkedIn Learning? All right. $228 per episode. All right, now pause. Let's take that down. All right. This is not a regular class. Well, we ain't got no regular classes, okay? Everybody got me? We talking about getting $200 an episode to run your mouth for 60 seconds. All right, let's do it this way. All right, so Maya's catching on. Because we wouldn't just, no. We wouldn't, you talking. But, I mean, I know all y'all can't cut your screens on. And that's cool. But the chat should have been lit up. It should have been a whole lot of stuff, okay? It should have been a whole lot of stuff. So we're going to do something real quick. But give me one of those $200 prices. 228. Is it like change in there or something?
No, not that.
All right, 228. So hold on, give me a second. Everybody pay attention. In fact, we're gonna change. We might change the name of the dang on class because we're not gonna do that. Show me your screen real quick. I need your screen. All right. $228 for 60 seconds. Mm-hmm. How many minutes or an hour? How many minutes or an hour? 60 minutes. That's right. So I multiply this by 60. That means you're getting paid $13,000 an hour for a podcast. Can we talk now? Can we talk? All right. All right. Now we on the same page. Okay. I interrupted her, not because y'all tripping, not because she tripping, but we wasn't in the same vibration. We're talking about you're here to be a millionaire, not learn and do right. All right, so we're all on the same page. So I want you to start over from the mindset of who wants to make $13,000 an hour to run your mouth with Fortune 100 companies. All right, thank you very much. Now we talking. When we stress podcasts so much, it is for a reason. Y'all, if I don't do a podcast, I might as well pick up $228 and throw it away. Pick up them prices again. Just pick them up one more time. It don't matter where. You can pick up future prices, coming prices. I don't care. It don't matter. Right there. Look. 116. This is future prices. Mm-hmm. So we're not just talking about, this is future money, Pam Norris. This money ain't even contract. This contract. Contract signed. Here, you unmute my mic and you talk. You talk.
This is a page that shows contracts signed. So once we upload an ad on the day specified, so on February 5th, Antonio will upload an ad for FreshBooks to the B2B from A to Z podcast. 30 days from that date, I'm going to report how many downloads he had. And 30 days from that date, they're going to pay us. So this is money in the bank. Each one of them.
You did good. Let's keep that up there for real quick. And I'm trying to frame your vibration. All right. I'm recalibrating. Y'all were positive. Good people, good positive moves. But now we need to get into where's my money? Who's holding my cheese? Where is my $8 million house moved? Can I get an amen somewhere? This is a fantastic way to raise money for Ice Buddy. Come on, somebody. Do you understand? Some of you, we talking in this place. You get what I'm saying? Some of you you're out of the, I'm going to use the word dependent respectfully just because I don't have another word, okay? It's English language. I'll have to go to a different language to use another word. But you're dependent upon your employer. You're dependent upon customers. You're dependent on speaking engagements, right? Let's get paid to talk. If I was in church, they'd say, "Come on, Reverend," right? And somebody would flipped over a pew or something. Let's get paid to talk. Now we're in the right place. So she said some stuff. Let me tell you, let me frame your thinking. You need to make sure that when you design your graphic, your cover for your Adonia podcast, you need to put the dimensions out there. Put the dimensions they're going to need. 1,600 by 1,600. When it shrinks, give me a second. I'm going to, all right, here we go. I'm going to share my screen again, but this time, because I can't say stuff without knowledge. Everybody see this. Your podcast cover needs to be so good that it looks, yeah, can y'all see? You see, you don't realize something, Maya. This isn't nothing but 1 inch on my computer screen. On my cell phone, it's ½ an inch. So you can't do what you think you do when you design your podcast cover and have all those words everywhere. Am I making sense to somebody? You have to design it because people are going to stumble across your podcast and you want them to say, you know what, this podcast looks interesting. There you go, Maya gets it. Let me check this out. Joe Rogan is a dude, and right now this is telling you the number 2 podcast in the world is Joe Rogan in all categories and whatever counter clock is. But I need you to know that number 3 is by iHeartRadio, number 4 is by the New York Times, and number 1 is by Audio. Joe Rogan outperforms billion-dollar companies in podcasts. And listen, and don't say, well, how long should my podcast be? 2 hours and 40 minutes, 2 hours and 40 minutes, 2 hours and 5 minutes. Look, Bill Simmons got a 2 hour and 4 minute, 24 minutes, hour and 26 minutes. All right. So make sure when you design your podcast, it's really pretty like that, okay? That means you got to use bigger letters in places, bright colors, all that good stuff. I can share yeah, sure. You go ahead and do that if you want to. She's going to share her screen, and I'll let you discuss. Go ahead.
Okay, so as you can see, these are all of the podcasts that Antonio has. And if you notice, each one is different. This one, the secret to success, is just as simple as a coffee cup with someone holding it.
Don't forget that white hand.
And as he said, the white Miss Italia.
I did that on purpose.
You have to think about your audience. Whose attention are you grabbing? But then we go from the secret to success to awareness TV. It is literally just a pink cover, a pink, like, what is this? Then you have overcoming low self-esteem with the big sad, the big emoji sad face.
Pink cover, right? You stop because you got to make a call at 11:30.
Yes, sir.
We're coming back. I want you all to process that when you design that cover, it needs to pop, not just bright colors. It can't be one of those church flyers, right? You know what I'm saying? That's got all the address and the phone number, and the pastor name, and the name of the program, and the scripture. Come on now, you know what I'm talking about. Somebody know what I'm talking about. You know, and Psalm 23:1, and the theme, and the church slogan. And no, and it can't have your company with your mission statement. It needs to say, Phil Sorrentino, laughter podcast. You get what I'm saying? Something like that. You get it? And then it probably needs to have I have one called, well, never mind. That's irrelevant right now. So anyway, we're gonna try to maximize time. She gotta go do a call at 11:30 and come right back. I would just start from the beginning, all the stuff you were saying rapidly. I want y'all to hear it through two things. Money, showing the money one more time. Showing one money one more time. We're showing the money one more time. Every time you show people money, they get on the right vibration. Yeah, this is going to the bank. This ain't even here yet. These are new contracts. New contracts. Okay, you can stop now. That ain't in progress contracts because we got like 6 or 7 in progress. So when I tell y'all that I'm not stopping until I get 16 podcasts that are really good, all paying me, Corey, $10,000 a month, you should probably see what I'm attempting to do. That's $1 million of income off talking. I talk all day. And you know what's crazy? And Adonia's been listening to Secret Success Podcast. I don't even sit down and record a podcast, Fam Norris. I don't. The only time I have to sit and record a podcast is when I'm interviewing somebody. And the last 6 interviews, I tell Deanna, you go do it. So process this information. The last 6 episodes I got paid for, I ain't even show up. Deanna, you go do it. I don't feel like it. I haven't personally interviewed somebody since November because I'm an introvert and I just don't feel like it. I poured out too much energy. I don't feel like it no more. So she's doing it now. So if y'all go listen, she's doing it. So when I tell y'all go subscribe to the podcast, it ain't because we need your listeners. I'm trying to give this away for free. If you are subscribed to the Secret to Success podcast, you will hear stuff you ain't never heard from me. I would never, ever, ever tell Corey to go listen to the same stuff on a different device. That's part of the process. All right. Run us that beginning stuff you was talking about. Now that we in the same vibration.
Today we're talking about podcasts.
There you go.
Before you can, and we're talking about podcasts and actually monetizing your podcast, getting paid from your podcast. But before you do that, you have to build up your podcast following.
Are you going to be teaching them how to get contracts today?
Yes.
That's right. All right.
Yes. You're welcome, Miss Maya. I saw you smile. Before you can do anything when it comes to your podcast, you need to build up your following. Because the first thing people are going to look at is how many people are downloading your podcast. What is your following like? What do your listeners look like? Do you actually have listeners? And in order for you to build your audience base for your podcast, you have to market your podcast. Every time you have an interview, market that podcast. Send that link over to them. Let them market the podcast too. So now you are taking from their fan base as well. Because I don't know how you guys do it, but if I listen to an interview and that person has a podcast, I'm going to go see who else they interviewed. I'm going to go see who else what else they're talking about. What is their podcast about? Because if I like that interview and if I like the energy of that interview, then I'm going to want, okay, well, this is my favorite person. They interviewed my favorite person. So let me see who else they interviewed. Share your podcast. The interviews that you do, that helps you build your audience base. Market it. You can even upload it to YouTube and build a YouTube base and have them and redirect them to your podcast. But before you do anything, you have to build your following, because you're going to get paid off of CPMs, and that's basically how many you're going to get paid off of. You're going to get paid for so many downloads per minute or so many downloads per. So how they base it off of is for every 1,000 downloads, we'll pay you this. So for every 1,000 downloads, you can get $15 for every 1,000 downloads. If you have 20 to 30,000 downloads every single podcast, that's $15 times 20 to 30. Not the math genius here. So the first thing you have to do is build your audience. You have to build your audience. And if you are in a niche, we talked about marketing to your niche audience. Do the same thing with your podcast. You know, hey guys, we heard you loud and clear when you were saying you wish you had a podcast just for you. Guess what? We have that for you. Here, listen to it now. When you're in your podcast, make sure in the show notes you don't forget to share, download, and leave a comment. Give them a way to be able to communicate with you. Because even though it's a podcast, even though they're just listening, there's still a way for them to leave comments depending on the platform that you use. And when they leave those comments, you can go back and comment and they can see that too. Or like Antonio does, have a fan phone. So hey, if you really enjoyed this episode, text me here at this number and let's talk about it. Do to your podcast what you do to everything else when it comes to your marketing. If you allow them to have communication with you, they will reach out. Have a Q&A session one day and have an open line to invite your audience to it. But you have to build your audience base, because it's just like in the music industry. It's literally just like in the music industry. A record label is not going to sign you off of talent alone. They're going to sign you based on your following. So they're going to search your social media to see how many people you have following you on YouTube. How many people do you have purchasing your albums, because there's some platforms where they actually show album sales. How many people are actually following you on social media? How many people interact with you? Oh, you know what? This person has 1 million people on YouTube, 3 million people here, 2 million people there. Yeah, let's reach out and sign them. And then you still get anyways, because it's just best to be independent artist if you're doing it on your own. The podcasts are the same way. No one's going to want to advertise with you if they don't have anybody to advertise to. Because the whole point of them advertising to you is to pull from your audience. So if you only have 200 downloads, if it's a small company, to them, that's like, yes, let's do this. Let's work this out because we're growing too. You know, you're growing, we're growing. Let's do this together. But if it's a company like LinkedIn, if it's a company like Mint Mobile, they're going to want to see some numbers because they're trying to get sales. Their whole focus is the bottom line. I'm paying you this money. I expect to get this turnout, this return on investment. I'm looking for at least half these people to give me their money. So you have to build your audience base. Now, for those of you, there is a way to monetize your podcast if you're just getting started and you have a nice following. You can actually research what's the average cost of and it's called a 60-second mid-roll, which means it's going to be placed in the middle of your episode. Find out what's the average cost and say, hey, if you would like to advertise on my podcast, email me at here. And when they email you, you let them know. So this is what I'm going to need, an edited ad from you. Have them do the work, and then work out the payment. Tell them, okay, so for this, it'll be this much. So that's how you can monetize your podcast when you're just getting started. But understand, even though somebody else is just getting started, they're still going to research you. They're still going to look at your numbers and they're going to be like, well, you only have like 200 people. Yeah, there's 200 people you don't have. So you can advertise with me and we can do it this way, or you can go find somebody that's going to charge you $400, $500 for a mid-roll. What do you want to do? Just let me know, because I don't mind. And then from there, you also share that episode across your social media. So, and you show them. So if you know you're just getting started, add a little bit more to it. Don't just give them just the 2-inch sirloin steak. No, give them a 12 ounce with some mashed potatoes, you know, and some green beans. You know, mashed potatoes, green beans, Coke on the side with some butter rolls. You know, make it make it tasty for them. Say, you know what? Yeah, you're right. We're just getting started, but this is what I'll do for you. For this price, not only will I just put a mid-roll into my podcast episode for you, but I'll also advertise it across all my social media platforms, and I'll do that for a week. So twice a day for a week, I will advertise your episode across my entire social media platform. So while I only have maybe 200 people downloading my podcast at this time, I have over 200,000 other people across my social media platform. And you add and just make the plate look nice and presentable for them. You hit. So you're basically telling them, okay, you know what, here's the steak, but you know what, I'm not just gonna do you like that. Let me go ahead and give you some mashed potatoes. You want cream gravy or brown gravy? I got you covered with your green beans. I got you a nice fountain Coca-Cola right here, because y'all know the fountain is better than the can. And then we got you some butter rolls. We got you some butter rolls sitting right here. Here's some extra butter right here. And it's cinnamon butter, so it got that nice little sweet kick to it. So so how does this plate look to you? Okay, it looks great. Let's do it. So for those of you who are just now getting started with your podcast, there's still a way to monetize it, so you can still get some income coming in, and while you're doing it, until you can get to that point. I know, Grace, until you can get to that point where people are coming to you saying, "Hey, I like your podcast. I want an ad on your podcast," and you're like, "Yeah, I know you do."
Stop right there.
Okay.
Because you got 3 minutes left, so we're maximizing 3 minutes. When she comes back, she's going to teach y'all how she monetized my podcast. I'm going to teach you how I built the audience. Yes. And she's going to teach you how she got me the money. The sites, we use more than one, but this one here pays the most. And she's going to teach you how to set it up, how to write descriptions, all that stuff. Hold on. You got to say something real quick.
Okay.
Well, she was talking about distribution. Well, you wouldn't talk about distribution, but that's what she was talking about. We got to have an audience to sign the stuff. Tell them the top secret information that I shouldn't be telling them about music. You know what I'm talking about? Yes. And go ahead. And you can.
Okay, so Mr. Antonio T. Smith Jr. is currently recording a 3-album deal with the Grammy Award-winning gospel artist that he is going to then deliver to that Grammy Award-winning gospel artist, so we can go get our Stella Award. Yes, I said our, because we a team, and Grammy. So we can go get our Stella Award and Grammys. And I'm saying we, because we are a team, and the whole office is going to be flying out on that day. So yeah, that's what Antonio is currently working on. Like he is actively working on that at this time. He currently has 2 of his albums already written out, half of the 3rd one written out. And we will be in the recording studio soon, so he can record all 3, because y'all know how Antonio is. He is not going to stop until it is completed. And from there, we will be traveling to the Houston, Texas area to deliver said albums to the Grammy Award winner, so we can all go get our Grammys. And y'all know we'll go live for y'all, so all y'all can see it, because y'all family too, so we'll be live on camera. So it'll pan the audience, and you'll see somebody with a selfie stick in the iPhone.
Now I had her say that because she's got to go. When you come back, we want all the money.
Yes, sir.
All the money, every bit of it.
Mm-hmm.
Who want all the money? Who? I don't know if you get this kind of training anywhere else, but I'm gonna teach you how to build an audience. She's going to teach you how to get the bread. Is that okay? Now, if you're going to get that somewhere else, you're going to get that. But the reason I had to tell that to you, because the only reason the producer is a 2-time Grammy Award producer. Who knows Lecrae? Ever heard of him? Yeah. He produced Lecrae's Grammy-winning album. Okay? All right. But how did I guess that? Because I'm Antonio? No. Because I got skill though. You have to hear that later. But my distribution is so big. So if you got talent and you're somebody that looks out and say, hey man, you're reaching 2 million people a month. You know how many album sales we can get out of that? You see the difference in negotiating power when you hold all the distribution? Anyway, all right, let's teach how to build an audience. Y'all ready? Actually, let me pause real quick till she comes back. who wants to ask any questions? I'll take your questions first, and then I'll teach how to build an audience plus a whole lot more. And then by the time you're done, you'll know how to get, okay, go ahead, Mike.
Okay, so you're saying like building an audience, like to what degree? Like I guess I'm just trying to understand like what needs to be said, how it needs to be said, how this little inch needs to look kind of situation. So like, okay, I don't know if you've ever noticed, I'm pretty sure you're too busy to do so, but like on my podcast, and I just realized that I had two of them, and I was just like, how did that happen? But okay. That one has like an ocean look to it, and I have, I have my words, and then to the other one has my face, my what I usually have on here, and it has, living your best life with Lady Maya, and so I'm just trying to kind of get an understanding of that square too.
Lots of questions in there and lots of understood questions in there. Let me, no, that's good. That's good stuff. None of that matters. Everything you said, except for the picture part maybe, but none of the rest of the stuff you matter. But I don't want to invalidate you, so we're going to address all of it. But I do want to frame this to you and let you know it doesn't matter because there's an audience for anything you do. Howard Stern has an audience. Donald Trump has an audience. You understand? People with stutters have an audience. Boring people, college professors who can't hold attention have an audience. If everybody hear me, if you speak, there's an audience for whatever it is that you're doing. The better questions are, how do I find, and then everything you ask after that. How do I find the people that like my face? How do I find the people that like, you get it? Why, but she showed, I don't have my face on any of my podcasts except for one. And that was the religious message podcast. Why? Pretty simple. Anybody accepts a black preacher. You get it? You know what I'm saying? And I almost had to put my face on that one. The rest of them don't have my face. It's not that I'm trying to hide my face. It's I'm looking for an audience per podcast. Each one of my podcasts are extremely different. And the reason I haven't produced any new ones yet is because some of the ones I lack the skill set or I lack the talent that I need. So I'm just kind of waiting for some things to connect. Like I want to do a true crime podcast. I don't lack the skill set. I lack the narrator that I got in my head and the producer to produce the original music that I got in my head. You understand what I'm saying? I got the idea, I got everything else, and blah, blah, blah. Anywho, podcast length doesn't matter. Podcast picture doesn't matter. Now, please keep in mind, this isn't to invalidate your question. It's to re-steer you in the right direction. You can do what you want. The goal is, and I'm not too busy to see your podcast. I'm not on Facebook. I make a lot of money from Facebook on my fan page. If you're not contacting me on my fan page, then I just won't ever see your advertising. But if you go to Instagram or something like that, or LinkedIn, I'll definitely see you. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not on Facebook like that because my personal page makes no money, and it's just a colossal waste of time because I'm not in this for popularity. I'm in this to be paid. Paid. You got me? Did I help you a little bit? Because I'm going to get ready to help you a whole lot. All right, good stuff. If you don't have the podcasting equipment, don't worry about it. I want you to pick up your smartphone. Everyone, if you're not on your smartphone, pick it up. Go ahead and just put it in your hand. Just go ahead. Just indulge me. Just put your hand on your smartphone. Just indulge me. Thank you. Just indulge me. I'm trying to create this little wrinkle in your brain, and I want you to get some noise cancellation headphones. Okay? And then I want you to find your recording app on your phone. It's free. It comes. Google or Android, it is free. Then what I want you to do is Google top free audio editing software for whatever you have. Windows, Mac. One or the other. You're going to record, and then you're going to do what we call post-produce. This is a noise. Y'all, you live in the future. I don't even know why we don't have flying cars yet. You live in the future. We got the hoverboards from back in the future. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why we don't have the flying cars. They lied to us about 2020. We're supposed to have the highways in the sky, but it's okay. We're a couple of years behind. But these noise cancellation headphones are good enough to produce a podcast and a radio show. So if you can afford $30 headphones and you already have a phone, you got the equipment you need. I'm teaching you how to build an audience. Everybody got me? All right, you got it. Now, you go, Corey, get top audio editing, whatever, and then you get some, and you go, and then you're going to do this. Everybody do this next. I don't have time to write in chat. If you're taking notes, taking notes. If you're one of those chat people, write in chat. I'm going to give it back to you in order. Step 1, grab your phone. Step 2, grab your headphones. Step 3, Google. Oh, I'm sorry. Step 3, record. Step 4, Google free audio editing software for blank. The blank is on you. In my case, it's a Mac. In your case, it may be Windows. Okay, they got plenty of them. Audacity, Windows has plenty options. Plenty. Audacity is one of the ones that I see people use the most. Step 5, Google, well, not Google, YouTube search, which is owned by Google, royalty free blank music. Yes, iMovie Splice video. Look at the. You see this. That's why I don't. That's why she ran that whole place out there. Okay. She ran that whole place with her left hand. Left hand. Don't even use her right hand. You use the left hand. You run the whole place. Then you're gonna go to YouTube, Corey. You're gonna put royalty. I'll show you. What is this? Hopefully ain't no bank account stuff on the screen. Let me see the screen. You know I'd be tripping. All right. Let me see the screen here. All right, good stuff. YouTube. Yeah, I know I'll be tripping. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back and forth, 1, 1, 1, 1, and then you're gonna save a big chunk to teach them advertising. How long you need to teach advertise, guys? Not long? Okay, we're gonna save a big chunk. Cool. All right, let's see. Royalty. Oh, yeah, I watch weird stuff. So you can tell how the algorithm works for me. Royalty free. Now, Adonia, unmute your mic just for a split second. That's okay, if you can.
Mm-hmm.
You got a couple of good podcasts getting ready to come out. What is the mood that you want in one of these podcasts? Like as soon as I hit play, what do you want to do to me?
Inform.
Okay, inform. What kind of information? Radical information, transformational information, information you want me to be empathetic with, information you want me to go change my life with. Am I going to punch a wall or pat someone on the back with your information?
Pat on the back, behavior change.
Pat on the back, behavior change. I hear that? Look at this. royalty-free emotional music. Look at this. It's right here. Royalty-free emotional music. And you can just click here. It doesn't matter. Then what you're going to do, let's listen real quick. So then you go, you know what? That's nice, but I'm looking for something different. Okay, let's click a different link. You go, you know what? I like that one. Hold on. Okay, now watch it. Y'all pay attention. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Adonia Dixon, and this is the HR Podcast. It's my intent to change your behavior through information, inspiration, and empathy. You know, here in HR, it gets hard. But hard doesn't have to mean defeated. Will you ride with me? I'm so glad you're here. If you want to reach out to me, you can text my podcast phone at 313-222-2222. Again, this is HR Unplugged with Adonia Dixon. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, you get the point? So now, see, okay. Okay, I missed it. Now, it's real simple. So don't say, well, I don't have no producer. I said royalty-free blank music. That's on you. You get it? That's got nothing to do with me. That's how you want to be perceived. Now you take your audio software and then the free audio software, and you edit yourself. You record your intro, you put that on top of that. Your podcast starts off. You record your outro, promoting your things for sale. Now you got a full high-produced podcast. And you ain't spent a dime. Now, at this point, everything I just taught you is the most basic thing that we're going to teach over the next hour and a half. That is the lowest that we're going. And if that changed you, well, get ready, because we finna do a whole lot of good stuff. Let's go switch over to Deanna. You ready? You do whatever you want. We can save the advertised cast to the end, because ain't no sense in them making money if they ain't gonna have an audience. We need to build their audience, and then we need to teach them how to go to advertised cast. How you wrote my descriptions, or who wrote I don't even know who wrote them anymore. Right? All that stuff. Show them my homepage. What's my reach? How do we calculate my reach? All that stuff they're gonna want to know. Okay. Cool. All right, let's roll. So Deanna, we're switching over to Deanna now. That Texas draw. Nah. I'm just, boy, all these skills I got, and I still sound like I'm from Texas every now and then. Go ahead.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, now for the fun part. Building your audience. You want to be able to track where everything is coming from. So I'm going to show you.
That don't track everything though. It tracks ranks. It don't track downloads.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
No, show it.
Okay. you want to have a platform that shows you how many downloads you've gotten, where they're going, how they're looking. You want to know what your ranks are. Sure. Okay. You want to know where your rank is, because that's also going to be something that's important to you as well. So when someone asks you, so where are you ranked? Okay, well, let me tell you where I'm ranked. You want them to be able to see that. You want them to be able to know. How do you know these things? One of the sites that we use is called Chartable, and I'll put it in chat for you. CHARTABLE.com. With Chartable, it helps you to be able to know what your rank is around the world. So when someone says, "Oh, well, so your podcast is ranked number 1 in your city," no, boo boo, it's not ranked number 1 in just my city. Antonio is ranked number 7 in the United States on how to.
That's all time.
And that's all time. Like, it's not just a specific how to do this or how to do that. No, he's ranked number 7 on Apple Podcasts in the United States. All time. Like, that's every from.
As long as they had that category.
As long as they've had that category, he's ranked number 7. But then if you go down to United Arab Emirates and how to, he's ranked number 4. In Italy, he's ranked number 49. So you can literally tell people where you are ranked. That's something important that you want to know, especially when it comes to your monetizing your podcast, because you can tell that's something that you can use as a way of adding, instead of just the mashed potatoes with the cream gravy or the brown gravy, you can put some butter on top so they can see it melt and drizzle, that kind of thing. So with Chartable, you're able to do that. Now, how do I get to these ranks? How do I get these people? How do I get this audience? How do I get all these people on my podcast? First thing, find you a platform. Find you a platform where you can track your downloads. Find you a platform that allows you to take what is called your RSS feed and upload it wherever you need it to go. So I'm going to use the platform that I use, which I've shared with a lot of you. It's called Red Circle. And this is why, again, for those of you who are just starting your podcast, you don't have a lot of numbers just yet. This is why I also recommend Red Circle to you as well. So with Red Circle, you can pull your analytics. With Red Circle, you can show. Let me see if I can get this off my screen. Yeah, Red Circle only tracks what comes to them. So that's why you want to be able to have other platforms. So research the ones that fit for you, that you're able to track those. Like Podomatic. Podomatic is a good site, but we use Red Circle. Number 1, Red Circle came to Antonio.
Yeah, they recruited me.
Red Circle literally sent Antonio an email saying, "Hey, I love your podcast, Secret to Success. There's a new platform. We would like for you to try out our platform. This is what we offer. This is what we do. Come take a look. Come test us out. There's no cost for you to be on here. There's no cost for any extra data. There's no cost for this. There's no cost for that. We just want you to come try us out because we love you so much." That's how we ended up on Red Circle. Only to find out that since we've been with Red Circle, they've added so many more features that makes it hard to leave Red Circle. And I'm going to go into those features with you and why I recommend it to people. Yes, sir.
It's 2 of the guys that left Uber to start their own. The 2 engineers from Uber, or 2 of the engineers from Uber, came over and started their own podcasting platform. Sent the email and then scheduled a phone call, and me, Deanna, and their person on the phone call, and then they convinced me to switch all my they gave me an offer I couldn't refuse, to be honest with you. And I was paying anyway. We recommend y'all Red Circle because it's free. Other people, you pay for storage. Red Circle doesn't do that at all. And to do that. So basically what Deanna was saying, they track platforms or other places. It's just America though. That's where they fall short at. Their tracking just comes from America, but here you can see 156,000 downloads, 71% mobile. That means mobile, cell phone. So anyway, back to you. And that was like in a 30-day period.
So and those are the numbers that so to get on a platform like AdvertiseCast, those are the numbers that you're going to need. But first you want to start off with a platform that allows you to do those numbers. The reason why you want the RSS feed is because that allows you to put it on other platforms just to share it. Because we're talking, okay. Okay. So once you have your platform, yeah, affiliate, so you can get paid. Actually, we haven't reached out to them about the affiliate, Mr. Sadania, but thank you.
We gonna text them though. We got their cell phone number. Yeah.
How do you build your audience? Marketing. So we're going to move from that. We're going to go to the platforms. Once you get your RSS feed, to build even more, you want to make sure that you research, you can Google these. There's several different types of podcast platforms that you can use. You can Google them. They change on a consistent basis.
No, keep going.
Oh, they change it on a consistent basis. So you want to make sure you're always checking them. So before I go into this page, Mr. Antonio T. Smith Jr.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna stay super money focused. So all that basic stuff we would teach you on another class. RSS fees, which platform you use. No, not on this class. Money. Go back to you mentioned reach, and so you do this better than me. Because you don't need $156,000 in a day to get paid. Something you were showing how much that one, like one of my smaller podcasts that it's called B2B from A to Z. I designed it to stay small and be small. I never wanted a large audience. I just wanted 17,000 B2B professionals. That's all I wanted. That's all I ever wanted, because, come on, 17,000 B2B professionals, you can do a lot with that. I never wanted a large audience with that podcast. It was on AdvertiseCast. When you were showing the numbers, you were showing how insane is reach. Mm-hmm. Right. All right. So break that down. I can't break this down. She does. So you pick up. Like, how many is that reach per episode? Is that, explain it real quick before you tell them how to fill it out. Show them what they're paying for how much reach, because that is what we're telling people, right? All right, go ahead. I'm proving to people too, though.
Okay, so in order for you to get paid, you have to have a certain amount of reach, and I'm going to share it and show you exactly what I'm talking about. So here for B2B from A to Z, it says his reach is 11,000. What that means is every time he uploads a podcast episode, at least 11,000 people download that episode. That's the reach. So that's what they're looking for. They want to know how many people download and watch this episode, or watch an episode every time you upload a podcast episode, because that's what they want. Because when they put their ad in that particular episode, they want to know, okay, this is what we're looking at. So our return on investment, we're looking to see so much for our return on investment.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you a question so you can answer it. What does reach mean? Reach is reach downloads, is reach listeners. How are the advertisers? One of the basic answers is they pay it's called CPM, cost per 1,000. So they pay something like $25 per 1,000. And we'll break that down later. Per 1,000 download or 1,000 listeners. Okay, so we'll break that down later. That's basic information that you can Google. But what you can't Google is, what do these fortune companies or these companies advertising want from me? Do they want downloads? Do they want listeners? What's the 11,000 for? You get it? All right.
The 11,000 is how many downloads you get. Every time somebody clicks on your episode, it downloads it so they can listen to it. They want to know, how many downloads are you getting? How many people are actually downloading and listening to your episodes?
All right, stop right there.
I'm going to ask you a question. I don't know this, y'all. Here's me and Deanna's role. We're half and half, okay? Or we're 200% operating. I don't like none of anything she's talking about. I don't like, because I ain't got time for that administrative stuff. You understand what I'm saying? I'm dominant. I get the people. Now you pay me. She said all this stuff she's teaching y'all. You understand? So when I'm asking the question, I really don't know the answer. But I know you got the question because I got the question. You understand what I'm saying? All right. Now, downloads. What? I got like a whole year to get to 11,000? Oh, well, come on.
You can get to 11,000 downloads in a couple of hours.
No, what they paying me for though?
Oh, per episode. They're paying you per episode. In 30, they're looking for the average of, this is the day you downloaded it. 30 days from that day, I want you to report to me and tell me this is the day you uploaded it. 30 days from this day, I want to know how many people downloaded over the last 30 days.
All right, stop right there.
All right, look at your chat real quick, and I want you to give us everything, okay? We want what the hell you know up there in your head, okay? Yeah, I wasn't good enough to monetize my podcast because it's administrative. Maya, I don't like administrative things. You understand? If I had to fill out paperwork to use the restroom, I would never use the restroom. I'm just telling you. I just hate paperwork that much. I just don't like doing it at all. Are you telling us that the advertisers want these numbers to be in 30 days? So I can't be like, oh, but if you give me a chance at night, all right, come on, break it down for us.
Nobody's going to want to pay for something if they don't know your numbers. There are platforms that allow you to actually download like day 1 through day 30. Not everyone's going to ask for that, but they want to know, they want concrete numbers, okay? Because mind you, they're paying you so much money per 1,000 downloads. So if they're paying you $10 for every 1,000 download, and you're telling them, oh, well, it's gonna be $200 for this ad, okay? So if I'm paying $200 for this mid-roll, which is supposed to interrupt your entire podcast to tell them about me, I want to know who all listening to it. I want to know where my money's going. I want to know how many people are listening to it, because that's what I'm paying for. So I want to know, if I'm paying this much for this ad in 30 days, how many people downloaded? Because if you're telling me that you get 11,000 downloads per episode in 30 days, and I only see, and when at the end of it, you only report 200.
I was going to ask you that question.
Yeah. Okay.
I was going to ask you that question. Maya, we're splitting it in half. I'm going to ask you a question. She's telling you how, this part, and I'm going to tell you how. In the second section, I'm going to tell you how to get to 11,000 in 30 days. That's my part. She don't build the audience. I do that. She monetizes the audience. You get what I'm saying? So we're going to go back and forth. Can I lie to these people? Like, we need to know. You understand what I'm saying? Because Deanna you have to send stuff, right? You understand what I'm saying? You got to send. So whenever y'all ask, the reason we keep sending y'all red circle, because it has metrics that you can track. And it's free, because you have to be able to prove you want. Anyway, let me stay out of that. Go ahead. You go.
At times they will ask you, hey, you said we got this many downloads. Our numbers on our side show there are, when you first start your Advertise Cast account, they're going to ask you to send them proof of your downloads. They're going to ask you, over the last 60 days, how many downloads have you gotten? You will have to go to the platform that you are on. You should be able to take it and put it into an Excel spreadsheet or a CSV spreadsheet, download that, put it in a PDF and upload it, but you have to, Advertise Cast name is on that. Because once you're on Advertise Cast, they go find they go find the advertisers for you. So their name is on that. So before you even can say, yes, this is how many numbers, they're going to ask you for proof.
Hold on. I got to pull stuff out of you because I got to pull it out of you because you're too smart. Now, I get emails all the time, report your downloads for this podcast. Is it for this episode? Is that every 30 days they come in or every 60 days?
30 days from the day that you upload your episode, they're going to ask for the report. So if you upload your episode today, which is the 23rd of January, on the 23rd or the 22nd of February, they're going to want you to report your numbers.
All right there. Now we getting the Deanna I wanted. Now we getting some solid information, okay? So, well, you're giving the solid information, but I need to know some stuff. You got to report your downloads every 30 days. We ain't worried about that. We're not going to stay on this because that's basic information. Well, it ain't basic, but everybody here honest. Point is, you got to report every 30 days. Now, I need you to give them a little bit more information so I can teach them how to get to these numbers in 30 days. In this case, we got 11,000. But you have a relationship with, so you can call ATSJR a marketplace. Okay, she already sent the link out there in the chat. And you got other relationship with other marketplaces. We'll leave that alone for right now. And you also know how to go directly to a company. Can you teach us marketplace and direct to? How do I get, hey, I get 11,000, but how in the heck I get it? You get what I'm trying to ask? How do I, because here's the deal. I don't know because I ain't did it. You get it? So I got a hole in my head and you got all this stuff up there in your head because you're smart. I hear what you're saying, but do I need to strike a relationship with people? Is this automated? Do I need to talk on the phone? Should I be nice in my emails? Is it general? Like, do you got the hookup? Do you know somebody's name? Yes. All of y'all are business people. You understand? So at this point, you should know, you better get to know somebody. Deanna, do you know somebody? Did you have to do that? Is it predicated on that? Is it not? Hook us up.
For those of you who are just starting out, yes, you need to know people. You need to let people know you have a podcast. You can reach out to the company, to the marketing department for those companies and say, hey, I currently have a podcast. This is how many downloads per episode that I get. This is how much I offer for my mid-rolls. And once that communication starts, then you'll know who you need to speak to. But you do, to reach out to companies directly, go to their marketing department and marketing and sales, because sometimes you have one place, sometimes all companies are not together. So you have one that'll do the marketing and they're like, no, we just do this, the person you need to speak to in sales. So you can do two separate emails. Hey, this is what I offer. This is my podcast. Your brand fits with the brand in my podcast. This is what I offer. And you can go from there. So to go directly to a business, go to the sales or the marketing department. And once you start building a rapport with that company, they'll start talking for you. They'll start coming to you saying, hey, we have this ad that we want to run. You know, can we get 4 spots over the next 4 weeks? Then you have companies like ATSJR. They do all the work for you. They need to know.
But you still know those people they email.
Yes.
They still address you by name.
Yes, they do. They still address you by name. Especially when you're on top of your game in ATSJR, they will come to you. When you're on, they will come to you. If your numbers are constantly up, if you are always on time, uploading your ads, they'll make sure, number one, you get paid. And number two, they'll start coming to you. Because there have been times where they would email Antonio directly, say, hey, Antonio, we have this company. They're a new company with us. And because you're in great standing with us, we would like to offer you the opportunity to put you on the agenda to speak to them about advertising on your podcast. They will come to you directly. We have Miss Jessica that emails us. We have Mr. Mark that emails us. And what they do is they keep communication with you because they want to stay on top of you. We've had conference calls with them as well, because when you are on top of what you're doing, they will come to you. There was a point in time where they even came to Antonio.
I'm going to ask that. I was going to bring it up.
There was a point in time they came to Antonio and they told Antonio, hey, you cheating yourself. You know you can charge more for these ads for this particular podcast.
Stop right there.
Listen, you look at me. I want everything on this thing. You understand? All right, good. So let me ask you a question. I'm going to stick right in your same energy. Deanna, you talking about how to do the mid-rolls, how much to charge. Can I just get to 11,000 because Tony will teach me that, and can you just give me his prices? Can you just, before the end of the class over, can you just copy and paste whatever y'all charging for us? Who want that? Okay. Do you mind? Can we just get what y'all do? Whatever prices y'all got, can I just start there and I'll just come down or go up? Can you give me a starting point? Who would like to know where the starting point? All right then. So you get so you get it. So let's. I'm gonna talk real quick, and you go. Nah, you should be able to copy the paper, huh? Or at least show the screen. They can write it down. Let me see what it look like first. Let me see what it look like first for you. All right. So she's doing that, and we're gonna try to get that. I was charging 6 times or something too little. So once we get what we charging now, we'll figure out. No, they look like that's fine. What, is that the details? It's right here. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. All right, she finna show y'all real quick. No. Don't go to Secret to Success. Secret to Success will reach way too many people. We need to go. She tried to get go to brick to brick. Go to B to B. She tried to look. Can y'all who believes they can reach 11,000 people in 30 days? You can build an audience of 11,000. That's not that many. Somebody's like, oh my God. But if I teach you, you can follow the steps to get to 11. Who would rather get to 11,000 first than, I don't even know how many. I think Secret to Success is going to reach something like 72,000 in 30 days. Up higher than that? Jesus, what is it? Unmute your mic. No, you tell me. You tell me.
Secret to Success is up to about like 93,000 in 30 days.
All right.
Y'all don't want to do that. We're not going to start you at those numbers, okay? We're going to start you at 11,000, all right? We're going to start you there. Okay. Now, you got B2B. Okay, she got it. She's got it. Go ahead. Y'all should write these down, take a screenshot, get your cell phones out, do whatever you got to do. But this is what we charge for this thingamabobby.
So I'm gonna start with the 60-second mid-roll, because that's the most important one, and that's pretty much the only one companies will ask for. The reason being,
we get pre-rolls.
We do get pre-rolls. We do get pre-rolls. The reason why the 60-second mid-roll is so important is because it interrupts your audience, so it draws even more attention to the ad. So for a mid-roll, you want to charge a 60-second mid-roll, you want to charge more for that. So that's $166, which is $15.09 per 1,000 downloads.
Write that down. $15.09.
$15.09. Now the pre-roll, you can do the same for the pre-roll, but with the pre-roll, you will make it like $5 less because it's in the very beginning. And so for your pre-roll, you can do a 60-second pre-roll for $10.09. Okay.
Keep your screen up. Now, Deanna, they came to you. You got to mute your mic. Okay. They came to you and said, hey, well, they thought they was talking to me, but they was talking to Deanna. But now they know they talking to Deanna. She was acting like me for a long time because this is administration, y'all. Come on, y'all know me better enough. I don't care about this stuff. I care about the money, though. But all this here stuff, I ain't care about. Do you remember what I was charging that made them say, yo, You way too low. Because I'm pretty sure I remember what it was. But go ahead.
We were charging like $6 per 10,000. That was for the 30-second mid roll, but for like the 60-second mid roll, it was like $9 or $10. And no, like it was like $5 or $6. And the guy, he said, "Hey, you're cheating yourself. Do you know you can?" His exact words: "I can get you this much for," because mind you, this is the B2B from A to Z. Secret to success, it's more. And he was saying, "I can get you more per CPM if you let me, if you allow me." Like, he was literally asking Antonio, "Let me make you more money." And Antonio was like, "What you mean? Go ahead." But yeah, it was like $5 or $6 at first.
Yeah.
Okay. It was $5 or $6 for, and I had nothing to do with my heart, y'all. Had nothing to do with my low self-esteem. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. All y'all received that. That's why I said, Deanna, can you show us what y'all doing? So because I lost thousands of dollars. There's something I realized, Maya. You know why the nice guy said you charging too low? They're salespeople. They get a commission every time they sell my podcast to a person. I'm cutting into his money. And that was the first time I realized that. That's powerful for somebody that's powerful. Somebody catching what I'm saying. They want to sell your podcast. Now, before you go any further, tell them how we got such a good relationship with pretty much the whole sales team, because they pitch us first. But that ain't because me. That's because Deanna. So please let me stop sharing your screen real quick, because I want them to see you. Hopefully y'all wrote those numbers down, took pictures. Please, to Pam Norris, say, I write everything down. I know why you asking them questions. Ice Bunny is writing stuff down. Deanna struck a relationship with them acting like me, and I was finally like, no, that's Deanna, y'all. And then now they talk to both of us. But her niceness, the way it, I'm going to show you real quick, because I'm setting you up, Deanna, so get ready. This company sent, I want you to pull up 2 companies, okay? In fact, I'm not even going to do it. I'm not even going to steal the thunder. I want you to pick up the 2 companies we got plenty of companies that send us products. But somebody gave us a year full service for free, and somebody sent us a $300 double screen for free. Okay. I want you to pull up, go pull up both. Don't talk yet, I'm setting you up. You pull up both those websites. Somebody sent us a $300 screen and a $300 phone service, but you'll see in a second. I don't want to take her thunder. Here's what happens. Because some of these advertisers, you can't read a script and say something, because you need firsthand experience with some of these products. They are willing to lose money. In fact, let's bring up Pam Norris too in this, okay? Pam Norris, you actually got something to do with this and you don't even know. They're willing to lose money to keep a customer and to get more customers. That's very important, okay? Hold on, let me mute my mic. All right, there we go. Now, what happens, Maya, is they get all these people and they say, well, this is a big payout. And this is all companies. You understand? They got these marketing budgets, so anybody that's a third party or marketplace, they're saying, well, this is a big contract. We need someone that's going to deliver immediately, that we don't have to micromanage, that we know is going to get them results You can't, because they'll lose their money if they keep getting people money and they never get customers. Yeah, you got to think about all that. So we need somebody that's going to do this, and it ain't that many podcasts that's going to be your go-getters. You understand? So every time that they get a new client, because they pitch people all the time, they come to us first, or in their first selection of the 5 or 6 podcasts. But I didn't create that relationship. She did. So I need you to take full credit and explain to us first how you create that relationship, and then I'm going to stop you, and then I'm going to show you how you did them products real quick. Okay, go ahead.
It's honestly all in being nice. Every time they communicate with you, respond back. There are times where they may have a mistake on their end, and it's, hey, no worries. Let us know how you would like to take care of it, or, hey, Antonio, we had this ad come up at last minute, and all the time they'll have someone say, they'll come to say, hey, Antonio, we had this ad they want to run tomorrow. We're so sorry it's last minute. Do you think you can do it? Yeah, we can do that. No problem. Okay, well, if you need to change the dates, oh no, we got this covered. And because of that, because they know that they can come to us, because they know that they can trust that if they say, hey, can you put it out today? We're like, yeah, we can get it out today, because they know that it looks good on their end, but it looks good on our end, because now we have become the dependable podcast that they know that if someone comes to them and say, hey, this is a category we want, this is what we need, but we want it to run today. They know they can come to us and say, hey, we're so sorry, this last minute, they wanted to go out today. Can you do it? We understand if you can't. And when we say yes, we're money for them, they're money for us. And because of that, and because we never complain, we never fuss about it, they always come to us. It's the rapport that you build with them, because you are actually talking to people. There are times where they'll tell us, hey, we have this company, and because this is so huge and they choose you, we need to do a conference call. And they put us on the conference call with the lead for that company, with them and with Antonio and me. And we build that rapport there as well. We'll get on the phone with them and they're like, hey, Antonio, hey, Dan, how are y'all doing today? It's like, oh, we're doing good on this end. How are y'all doing? And the client hears all of this. So how do you build that rapport with them? It's all in just being genuinely nice, being able to produce when they need it, being able to help get them out the hot seat. Because if someone's coming to them at last minute, they're in a rush trying to get it done. If you're the one that they can go to for that, that's instantly a rapport that you have with them as well.
No doubt. All right, stop right there.
Okay.
Because I can already tell y'all, we're probably going to go over time. Because I'm trying to give all the money away. If you got to go in a little bit, we'll send you the replay. We'll send the replay link before it's even uploaded, just so you can have it. But because I'm thinking about Denise Hill, who's knows all the stuff, but now it's time for her to generate it for herself. Not company, what I'm saying, for herself without the middleman. I'm thinking about all these people, and I'm trying to wrap my head. I'm trying to supplement Corey Peters' salary with podcasts. I'm trying to raise manufacturing costs for Pam Norris with podcasts. You get what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get everything we can. Strongest thing I heard you saying there was we take all their last minute stuff. We do. I didn't even think about that. I forgot that happens. How often would you say that happens? I muted my mic.
That happens at least about 3 to 4 times a month. They'll come to us and say, hey, we have something last minute. They just need a couple of ads ran for them on this day and on this day. Can you do it? That happens at least about 3 to 4 times a month.
Good stuff. You got to remember it's a negotiation process, and they're pitching clients to come. They're pitching $1 million companies to come work with them. And then sometimes people negotiate, and then finally someone like me says, fine, Maya, just sign off on it. Go ahead. And now it's the last day. right? And our mind's like, come on, we can do it. And then they're like, oh my God, put it in the crunch. And we take all their last minute stuff. And you know why it's so easy, Corey? Because I teach y'all something that I don't see you quite doing just yet. What do I teach? Say it on the mic.
Document, don't create.
I ain't never last minute because I got 10,000 hours of stuff y'all ain't even seen yet. You ain't even seen the stuff that I got going on because I can't edit it fast enough. But every hour of every day, there is a camera on me. And if I can't get a camera, I got my, if you watch some of my videos, you will see sometimes you'll see my cell phone upside down in my jacket pocket. That means they wouldn't let me film. I got that audio though. Sure do. Sure do. You wouldn't let me film. I got that audio though. You understand what I'm saying? Like no matter what's happening, you getting something. I ain't walking away from here. This is a class right now, episode 8, Document Over Create, on building a brand that's happening right now for y'all. Literally talking. 4K, literally talking. Can you see that? Is that working? About some of this stuff here in great detail. I'll even show you. This is some of the new products out. Access. And I thought that I was better in my rawest form, operating on my feet the way I needed to, getting hit by someone saying no, and I get to show you that reaction. And I also thought that it would be a better connection with me. Point there is, hey, you can give me all your last minute stuff. You are not bothering me, sir. Bring that on. I will strip the audio off of something. I'll pick a class that I done taught with y'all and put it out there. I don't care. I got plenty. We are your savior. You believe in Buddha? Hi, I'm Buddha Smith. How you doing? Yes, that's me. Buddha T. Smith Jr. Muhammad, hey, hi, I'm Muhammad T. Smith Jr. I don't care whatever you think you need, come get it at ATS. I always want some confetti so I can do it over the camera, right? You know, real talk. But now imagine always being able to get a commission because you can depend on Corey Peters. That's why you see all them contracts. And y'all, I swear to you, Adonia, every time this money hits, it's always on time. It ain't never hit when I didn't want it or need it. I ain't got no money that ain't on time. You understand what I'm saying? Every bit of it. We done had to do some plane tickets, and I was like, I ain't spending no money. And then boom, payment. You know what? Go ahead and go get that plane ticket. They done paid for it. It's all right. You understand what I'm saying? And so I'm telling you, it's a wonderful life. Now, you get products and stuff too. Mm-hmm. No, you run it. She wants to do something before.
I also want to let you guys know that when you're able to do something last minute for that company, just like that, they've reached back out to us and said, hey, you did this for this company. Then at last minute, they enjoyed it so much and they got such an ROI on it that they actually want to go ahead and sign a contract with you for even more.
So right. She's done that at least 6 times.
And when there's even one company, there's one company where they were really tight on exactly how everything wanted to be ran. And because we were who we are, the guy came back to us. He was like, hey, I'm so sorry. I know it's last minute. Thank you so much for running the ads. I've only gotten good news from you guys. They want to do another contract with you for next year. I'll follow up with you after the holidays. And this is recent. And it's a major company, all because of the customer service we did, how we did everything for them, they're like, yeah, we want to work with you again. So when you make yourself, Antonio always, it's a great way to, it's also humanizing your brand, because things happen at last minute. People have last minute things that they need to do. Sometimes the upper higher people take forever to approve something, and then they approve it and they're like, well, yeah, get it done today. You're sitting here like, well, wait, what? Like, you being that person to help them get out of that crutch, they will always come back to you. Antonio has had several companies come back to us after helping them last minute. They'll tell us, hey, they were really grateful that you were able to run that ad last minute. It really helped them with their campaign. They want to go ahead and close a contract out with you for more spots. We'll keep you updated on that. So
no doubt.
Now show them, go to the phone company. She's going to share a screen about the phone company. This company wanted to advertise with us awesomely. You can actually see their commercials on TV. They sent us a whole year of phone service. A whole year. And then said, use it first and then talk about us. It's the truth. It's the truth. Show them another. Look like it's on the top right. Yeah, she loved this. In fact, I'll pull it out right now. This company is called Sidetrack. Look how much that costs. Look at show them how much it costs. $299 right now. What it does is it turns your laptop, Pam Norris, into a second screen. Stop sharing your screen real quick. Here it is right here. I use it all the time. So when I got to edit videos and stuff, it's right here. She can't wait till I buy her one. It's right here. Didn't even buy this. Look how excited her face is. If y'all don't know, I pay for all her stuff. So she can't wait. She can't wait until I spend some money to get one because she like that one. Because I can't give her this one because it's used. She don't want a new one. You understand what I'm saying? She said it's an admin's dream. Y'all get the point? You get all this free stuff. Food, when we advertise food companies, yeah, you go ahead. You go ahead. Yeah, because you cook.
Green Chef advertised with us. They sent us like a week worth of food because there are perks. There are absolutely wonderful perks to this. For food, like, so we got the service, we got the monitor. We've had people send us food. We go online, we pick what foods we want, and they ship it to us because what they want you to do, they want you to give first-hand experience on your experience with their product. And me, I loved it because it gives you exactly what you need, and it all comes fresh. It doesn't come full like this. If you have meats, you buy your meats, but they send you the vegetables, they send you the seasoning, they give you specific directions on how to cut it up. They send you the whole shebang. They send it to you. But the greatest part about it is what they want to get the audience to understand is how easy the process is. So they send it to you so you can experience it and then send it to them. There's another company called Sakara that sent us some food. Theirs was already pre-packaged and everything. And I have to admit, I kind of like Green Chef better because it gave me the experience of being in the kitchen, cooking, and going through the process. It literally taught me how to prepare healthy meals. So you get all of this experience when it comes to them sending you stuff, because a lot of companies are going to want you to experience it first. We have one company that does it teaches you certain things, and so they sent us their entire curriculum and said, hey, pick from our curriculum and talk about how easy it was to learn. And we were like, oh, Okay, so you send us, you're letting us cheat too, huh? Okay, thank you. Because we learn from these things, and we so they will send you product. They'll send it to you in advance because they want you to give your personal experience. The greater the experience, the more your audience is going to want to purchase.
All right, hold on right there.
All right. Step 1, grab your phone. Step 2, get noise cancellation headphones. Step 3, go on Google, use some audio software. Step 4, what did I say? Then YouTube royalty-free blank music. Then you're going to upload it to all that basic information that you can Google. All right, you stopped you. I'm going to give you some new steps now. We got to get to 11,000 people. I'm going to teach you how to get to 11,000 people. And I'm going to shut my mouth after that. And then you're going to teach them how to fill out advertised casts. And then they'll have what they need. Okay? Here's some basic, it's not basic. Here's some stuff I'm going to bring up just off top. Because it just needs to be there. It's not really basic. I don't know why I like to speak this way. I like to just start off with a bunch of information and people go, wow, and then I can use system step. You need to post every day. Yep. You need to post every day. Yeah, I saw your face. Every day. Every day. Some of y'all, when social media first came out, I had a bunch of experts who are out of business today that said you should post about 3 to 4 times a week because you don't want to be irritating. They lied. Because the people you follow and like, they post every day, don't they? Yeah, what they wasn't counting on, that social media wasn't a fad. Social media is virtual reality as far as y'all are concerned. You actually log on to social media to forget about your real life. You spend more time on fake life than real life. That's virtual reality. You're addicted to it. If I sit you in the room right now and say, okay, if everybody could just come and put their phones in this box, we're going to be here for the next 8 hours. I want you to think about that. Think about, I know you're like, can't do it. So you can say, yeah, you can have it. Now, some of y'all going to have some withdrawals. Like, man, who takes me? You ain't going to be able to get bored of stuff. So just post every day about your podcast. Of course, you're going to post every day, and you're going to post cool quotes. Deanna's already taught you how to take a podcast, make it a picture, make it a blog, all that stuff. Different class. Go look it up. It's all good. Google Gary V, 64 pieces of content. Find that link and put it in the chat. If you want that information, Gary V actually gave it away for free because that's the kind of guy he is. It's incredible. You can take one podcast and make it 64 pieces of information. Another thing you want to do is you want to make email one of your main platforms. So if you're not currently emailing people, if you don't currently have an email marketing list, if you're not building a list, you're behind the scenes, okay? So if you're trying to get to 11,000 people a month downloads. Cool thing is podcast apps are typically set to auto download. So when you upload, long as someone is on Wi-Fi, it automatically download. So that helps. That helps you. And people prefer it that way because we want to go in and, do that. Listens also help too, but that's a different story. No, it's not YouTube. It's that right there. Is that the 64 pieces of content? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's that right there. Yeah. Let's post that. They can follow their own rabbit trails. We gave them the $1 million. Y'all should go download that. Now line up it to yourself and then text it directly to Phil and Susan. Directly. Phil, Susan, Adonia, just, you know what? Just put it in your group. Just put it in your group. Just make sure that the people you're coaching on podcasts get that, right? Because that's just going to make your life easier. All right, now, got that out the way. Y'all ready? I don't want you to focus on trying to reach the world. That's the wrong plan. I don't want you to focus on trying to be famous. That's also the wrong plan. What I want you to focus on is creating super fans. This will make your life a lot easier. There is a difference between someone who follows you, someone who buys from you, someone who's a fan, and someone who's a super fan. Right now, I have multiple cities, states, and countries. If I make a post and say I'm going here, people are going to show up. I have to shoot a video right after this I have to shoot a video right after this to fans for stuff because they want a video from me to show to their audience. Just leave it at that, okay? Adonia says thank you with a heart. Now, yeah, that's the Holy Grail right there. That's Gary Vee. That's the Holy Grail. He's showing you how to take Ice Buddy and make 64 pieces of content from that. So I don't have to teach it. He already did. Now, super fans. Everybody write it down. Super fans. Everyone say it with me. Chant it with me. Super fans. Yes. Because what Antonio has is super fans, and a lot of them. A lot of them. I don't have just fans. I have super fans. That means if I come out with a new product, I don't have to worry about if it's going to sell. It's going to sell. So you have to create super fans. Now there's ways to do this, and I'm going to teach you these ways. A super fan is you, Pam Norris. You're a super fan of mine. I'm a super fan of yours. It kind of goes back mutually. So think about it. You're doing something with Ice Buddy that is incredible and that needs an incredible, right? And the way we talk about it, I'm in. You gotta say it. You can say, Antonio, you know what? We need 10 times more. And I want to say, well, let's get it done. Because I'm a super fan of yours. You get what I'm saying? I'm not someone that's going to say, if a super fan says to Adonia, hey, let's go somewhere. Girl, let's go. That's a super fan. A fan says, where we going? How much is it going to cost? Nah, I'm cool. I want to go, but I just need to see if it fits in my schedule. You get what I'm saying? That's a complete different fan. Pam Norris says, you know what, we need 200 million. All right, well, let's do it. We'll figure it out. You get it? That's exactly. Would you expect any other response from me? No, you know what? Let's go work it out. We'll work it out. That's a super fan. You understand what I'm saying? A fan, 200 million. Wait a minute. Who's getting paid for this? How much you getting? Okay. That's not to say that's wrong, and that's not to say they're not a fan. They're just not a super fan. You want to create 11,000 super fans. Let me tell y'all why. Because with 11,000, and this is what they didn't teach y'all. What they did not teach you, especially if you're older than me, if you were in business before the internet, they did not teach you this. See, the internet made creating super fans without a middleman. So you had to go to an ad agency. You get it? You have to, if you've ever heard the term borrow credibility, you were in business before the internet. I don't need to borrow credibility on the internet. I just need to be better than you. The market rewards excellence. The internet changed the game. So if you heard borrow credibility, I'm going to do it anyway. I was trying not to do it, but I got to. You have people tell you your price should reflect your value. BS. It should not. No. You should have more prices that reflect your value, but it should cost really nothing to get to you. In the internet world, if I want to shop with Adonia, what are you giving away for free? I got options now. The internet gave me options. I don't have to. It was $999 for me to learn about leadership. Man, it's a whole leadership group I'm in. You get what I'm saying? As much as that sounds painful, that's facts. What you have to do is get me in, make me a fan, make me a customer, make me a fan, then make me a super fan. All right, now you should be writing down. Get me in, make me a customer, make me a fan, then make me a super fan. Eminem dropped the album. I bought it. I ain't even listened to it. I'm a super fan. You know what I'm saying? Beyonce drops an album. Half of y'all buying that. I'm not a super fan of Beyonce. I won't buy the album. Beyonce drops a movie, not a documentary. I'm all over that because I think she's a genius. I'm a super fan of her genius, not her music. There's a difference, okay? Because I'm a guy, and she be saying, you know, I don't want no scrubs and stuff. Yeah, so just kidding. Yeah, you get the point though, right? I was Destiny Child, so then when she said cater to you, I was like, all right, that girl, all right, cater to me, right? You understand? Get me in, make me a customer, make me a fan, make me a super fan. Everybody got it? Those are some 4 good steps. I've already taught you these steps, but I'm going to give them to you again. So that was 1, 2, 3, and 4. That is, let's call that pricing steps. Get me in, make me a customer, make me a fan, make me a super fan. We'll call that 4 steps of pricing. Now we're going to call this 5 steps of dominating in business. I've already taught this before, I just haven't taught it in a while. Number 1, get attention. Number 2, find your congregation. Where are Adonia's people peopling? Yeah. Number 1, get it. 5 steps to dominate in business. And yeah, I don't read this stuff in books, yo. I get it beat up. Losing taught me everything. I'm just telling you. Winning ain't never taught me nothing to be superstitious, arrogant, and comfortable. It's the only thing winning ever taught me. I'm going to do that again. Yep, and I get beat up. Because it don't work. It don't work a second time. Or it keep working until it just don't work no more. And I had the illusion of winning. But no, the truth is I was losing when I was breaking even. I just didn't admit that to myself. The goal is not to get $10,000 a month forever. The goal is to get $10,000 a month and turn it to $100,000 a month. If you stay at $10,000 a month, you one market crash away from going back to Walmart being a door greeter. Because the $10,000 a month is coming from people who got expendable income. The moment they got to choose between gas in their car and light bill or insurance, you ain't got that $10,000 a month no more. You don't want to get caught up like that. It's a bad way to get caught up. 5 ways to dominate in business. 5 steps. Get attention. You're nothing without attention. Attention is your problem. You need to get attention. Number 2, find your congregation. Where Ice Buddy is ice buddying. And of course, her congregation is sitting right in every natural disaster on planet Earth. You need to be on all of them. And so how would I do that, Antonio? How would I get attention with natural disasters? Is it a water natural disaster? I think so. Yeah, it's a water. All right then. You going out there giving away free mosquito spray. How am I gonna do that? It costs too much. Well, I'll tell you what you do. Let's Google natural mosquito repellent. And let's use nature. You do know we don't really have to buy mosquito repellents. Our ancestors did something before they had superstores. You know, we don't have to buy bananas from Walmart. They did something to get bananas before we invented a Walmart. Just for kicks and giggles, can you Google how to make your own mosquito spray for me, please? And then share your screen when you find something, because I know it's on there. Now she's gonna go and she's passing out free mosquito spray. Because I'm in a hurricane area. Them joints is this after mosquitoes. The mosquitoes this big. They this big. You can see their anatomy. I swear. I'm not even joking. I swear they that big. She gonna get her free mosquito spray. Ain't nobody else doing it. That's attention, huh? If she's the only one taking care of that lady's 2-year-old daughter who's allergic to mosquitoes and it ain't no electricity, she's getting a lot of attention, ain't she? Now that you're getting that attention, the bottle says Ice Buddy on it. And they say, what's this? I'm glad you asked, child. Mm-hmm. The mosquito spray for free, but I tell you what, when you get your FEMA money, what we'll do, right, is we will hold your insulin for blah, 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 blah. That's how you do it. Congregation, got attention. You got the mosquito spray? Go ahead and pull it up. She put the link. You go click the link and share your screen too. $30 drops of whatever this is. I don't even know. Lavender essential. You can find that somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And all right, you got it. Y'all got it. She put the link down there. Vegetable glycerin. I don't even know what that is. Vinegar just sounds like it works because it just works for everything. Black folk been using vinegar for everything for a long time. Long time. Now, what did you say? And witch hazel. Oh, yeah, I forgot all about witch hazel. I think witch hazel get rid of some. Look at it. Adelia Panda. Like, yeah, I'm old enough to know what that is. I've seen my grandmother use some witch hazel for some stretch marks or something. Sure have. Yeah, and everybody in my family got a corn on their toe. So all of them, every last one of them, they just all wore shoes too small. And they use it down there too. I like all sorts of stuff. I guess it'd be itching or something. I don't know. Find your congregation. It's going to get attention. Find your congregation. I just showed Pam Norris, congregation, a bunch of folk, wet folk. How you get attention? Free mosquito spray. It's hot outside. That idea I gave a long time ago. Get them frozen towels and say, girl, don't put this on your neck. You know what I'm saying? After you get attention, after you get find your congregation, now what you're going to do is you're going to jump in front of, you're going to follow their attention. You're going to get their attention, but now you got to follow their attention. What they focused on. Please know, Maya, she tickled me when she said, I know you're too busy. Child, let me tell you something, Maya, that you don't know. I watch y'all like a hawk. Why do you think every time I come up with something, Y'all be like, I was just thinking of that. That's because I read your comments. I sure did. Did y'all not hear Grace tell a story about how I said, I bet if you go get Adonia and turn that into a leadership aspect, I bet you she said, you know, that's right in my alley. And what did she say? That's right in my alley. That's right in my lane. Yeah, because I'm looking at the comments. Sure is. And how many times she done said leadership on this dog on these trainings? I stay on y'all. Me and Deanna had a conversation about you, Maya, about a week ago. Was that a week ago? About a week ago, probably less than a week. Girl, I'm watching. Sure is. Pam Norris and company just posted about Ice Buddy and a nice little cooler video they just did 2.5 days ago. I'm on it. I'm looking. Sure did. I'm looking. She used one of the apps she used to put the little audio stuff on her podcast. I started using that app because I followed her, follow her so much. I said, look at that. It's like the Hollywood something. You know what I'm talking about. I can't remember the name of the app, but it's Hollywood something, whatever it is. I found out an app, spying on her, I found out an app that helps my business. I'm always looking because I'm trying to follow your attention. I'm trying to sell you something before you tell me to sell it to you. So remember I said Pam Norris had a lot to do with this, but she don't even know it? I'm going to have Deanna tell you why, but I'm going to give it up in a second. You're going to follow their attention. Once you know where Adonia's attention is going, then you jump in front of it and say, hey, free class. All right? Remember, I'm creating super fans. Now that I know what she wants, Grace, go ahead and tell her. I orchestrated that whole call. Grace over here struggling. I said, your problem is you're not in your gift. She said, what's that? You like talking to folk and teaching. If you just get Adonia, you let her do the leadership side, now you ain't got to worry about memorizing this stuff. You know you don't like looking stupid, and Adonia ain't going to look stupid. Y'all talk to a few people. That's what I got to do. Am I lying? Should tell you yourself. I'm following that attention. Now Adonia part of the official mini courses. And then, anyway, boom. Follow that attention, jump in front of that attention, then you ask for the sale. Number 4 is jump in front of that attention. That means I need to have a product for what you're looking at. Yeah, y'all not going to out-product me. And number 5 is ask for the sale. We just came out with 10 new products. I can release them all right now. I won't, but I can. I just won't because that's boring. It's 16 mini courses in 12 months. So what you going to do, Antonio? I'm glad you asked. Every month, I'm going to keep telling y'all a new course, and y'all going to say, yo, that's dope. And I'm going to say, yeah, it is. You understand? And before the year out, every year I come up with new stuff on top of the new stuff. And you're going to be like, how much you going to charge us this time? Be like, oh, no. You're a super fan. It's just for free. You good. Just keep doing what you've been doing. You lying. No, go ahead. Super fan. Everybody got it? Now let's bring up Pam Norris real quick. Pam Norris messaged Deanna something that could have been a complaint. It wasn't, but I could have made it one. Certificates. I could have made it one. Go ahead.
So Ms. Pam wanted to know when her certificates were coming in the mail.
Oh, sorry about that.
She's a baby boomer. That digital download stuff is cool, but she she wanted to, that audiobook stuff is good, but I need to put something in my head. All right, that's all right. Okay. Go ahead, finish it up.
So of course Antonio was like, get it done. And he said, and while doing that, go ahead and put it in frames for her as well. So she will be receiving her certificates tomorrow in frames.
How many certificates?
5 total.
Tell them how much you spent.
I don't know.
She went to the store. I don't know. I don't. Mute your mic.
Ain't no reason in the world you should think I went to the store for anything. Okay? I got garden in the backyard, so I don't have to go to the store. So you shouldn't say that's too administrative for me. All right? I'm way too Antonio to be going to the Pam, I ain't had nothing to do with that. The idea and the money, that was me. You understand? But the heart and love on it, that's her. You understand? Okay, good.
And I got the wall space for it. Thank you.
You got the wall space for it. Good. How many certificates?
So there's 5 certificates coming total. Your 4 for the ATS Business University, and then your Bureau of Dominant Speaker certificate. And it was about $50. About $50.
Plus shipping.
Yeah. $50 plus shipping.
Plus the $20 plus like shipping. Okay, you can meet your mind. I spent $75 to send her certificates I could have got away with for $1.38. This is what I said. This is how before, let me say how that conversation go. When she asked for it, how did we get to the frames?
You told me to over deliver. Make sure that when we sent it to her, don't just send her just the certificates. Make sure we over deliver and take care of Miss Pam, was your exact words. Take care of Miss Pam and put them in certificates.
I swear I'm teaching y'all how to get to 10,000 people, 11,000 people a month. I swear I am. You understand? Now I don't know what the frame, look, I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know what the frames look like. I ain't gonna lie to you. That ain't my gift. You understand? That's her. That's what I got Deanna for. That's why she's my right hand. Better have all that stuff, right? That's why that's her. Because if I'd have picked your frame, whatever you're gonna get is gonna be pretty. If I picked it out, you'd have been like, oh my God, what a good gesture, right? That's what you would have, like, that baby got some good clothes on. You'd have been like, what a good gesture, but I'll just put my own frames, all right? You don't want me to pick your frames out. Child, I can't dress myself. So you showed up, don't want me to pick what's going on your walls. You don't want to do that at all. And you see, I keep wearing black shirts. I got like 12 of these. It don't even make no sense. They all look alike. This is how terrible I am, y'all. This is the suit jacket to this here, black pinstripes. I think this is the chaps one. Is this the? All right, so this is one of them $3,000 ones. Watch this. And right next to me is another jacket. Let's Look at these damn things. Y'all look at this. It's the same damn. Y'all see that? Don't let me stop letting me shop. Will y'all stop it? Stop letting me shop, please. These are the same things, okay? Not chaps. The boy that fooled around and buy the same thing. You just see my closet. It all looked the same. It looked like the future. You're not allowed to smile. You got to wear dark clothes. That's what my closet looks like, okay? It's just crazy. Anyway, I don't know why I went there. Super fans, right? We're talking about shopping. Yeah, super fans. So I told her to go over-deliver. And I said, well, since she had to ask, then give her frames. You understand? I'm willing to pay $75. I mean, we use, and I think you suggested card stock, didn't you? Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is what happened. Because I suggested the frame, but she said, well, we're going to do that.
You don't print certificates on the regular flimsy paper. So I was like, well.
That's what you would have got for me.
No, it needs to go on card stock. So they were printed on card stock. Got all the frames. They're in the frames as well. Packaged nicely so nothing breaks, and shipped. And I even did the bubble wrap. So be careful, Miss Pam, when you unwrap. it's bubble wrap too, and it's packaged so when it gets to you, it's not damaged or broken or anything like that. So yeah.
Now that's how you create super fans. So somebody, well, I'm coming back to it. The goal is to have 10,000 super fans. And I'm gonna tell you why in a second. $75, and I could have got away with $1.38. But Pam Norris, over her lifetime, is worth more to me than $1.38. She can recommend one person to pay $59.99, and in 2 months, she paid for the frames. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying do that, but I'm saying I know her worth. You get it? If I can get up there and hang them up for her, I might have, maybe I can hire somebody to be out there, meet out there, right? You know what I'm saying? But I totally got that habit. But you get what I'm saying, though? Create some super fans. How you going to do that with your podcast? In my podcast, I have people that text message me. Guess what I do? Maya, unmute your mic. I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to show you. Maya, have you ever text messaged me?
Yes.
Did I sign you up?
No.
No. Did I even know you were signed up? Well, when you were signing up?
Oh, no.
No. You just another email across my screen.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Have you text messaged me before?
Yes.
And then have you actually had some full-blown chakra conversations and weird stuff with me before?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Now, did you expect me to actually be open, go back and forth with you? Did you expect that?
Not really. No.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, see that? So you walk us through how it felt that you actually before you walk us through, did I take 1,000 years to respond back to you?
No.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Walk us through how, whatever you want to say here. It's up to you. Did it make you feel good? Did it make you, whatever you want to say?
Well, it was really, really inspiring. It was like, just kind of like asking you the questions and actually getting a very, very sentimental response. It was just like, you talking to a good friend of yours, and I felt really, really good about that. Yeah.
Now, see that? So, Maya, you need to do that with your podcast, don't you?
Yes, I do.
And when you're ready, you get with Deanna. Now, here's what I did to save myself some money. Mint Mobile sent their phone over. It was like, and it's $300, unlimited talk and text, and 12 gigs of internet a month. But I'm always on Wi-Fi. $300 a year. Child, I pay $283.72 a month with Verizon. Now you talking about $300 a year. So all I did was buy that phone, went in Amazon, typed in unlock GSM iPhone, paid $199 for an iPhone, and hooked it up to that SIM card that was already unlocked. Boom. And then I told the world, text me. I was one of the first people to say text me. Now you see all celebrities doing it. Yeah, I saw Gary Vee do it, and I was like, well, you're not going to pass me up. And 2 to 48 hours later, I was saying text me. Now everybody trying to be like us, even though I'm trying to be like him. You get what I'm saying? So when you're ready, now you can use your phone, but whenever you're ready to go get you another phone for that purpose, all right, yeah, because I don't like all that either, then I think she's gonna get a discount if she uses, right? I'm not sure. We got a code that you can use. You get some sort of discount. I'm not too sure, but whatever it is, we'll get credit for it, but you'll get like a discount. Nevertheless, you run that. You make your fans make you feel the same way I made you feel. Got it?
Yes.
All right. Now that's good stuff. I'm finna land the plane, and then you go ahead and teach me how to get these contracts. Okay? Landing the plane. Is that Nah, but like hit /success, right? Because that's what it is. You logged in. You don't need to log in. But thank you though. I want you to go ahead and check and make sure. And I got international calling too. But anywho, that's a problem I have. Everybody write this down in this order. If you listen to season 7 of my Secrets of Success podcast, you see me doing this. First thing I'm doing is soon as you log on the podcast, it says, here's a fun fact about Antonio T. Smith Jr. First thing I'm doing, get it all set up. First thing I'm doing is I'm letting you have a fun fact about me. Why? Because I'm creating super fans. And I got some weird stuff about me. Like the mere fact that you gotta listen to them. One of the fun facts is I almost named one of my kids Harry Potter. Don't judge me. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. I am. I am. Okay. I'm from Hogwarts. Okay. She just put that link out in the chat for you that you can use that'll help you out with that Mint Mobile. Now, right after that, I'm literally giving you a fun fact because it's like this connection. Then what I'm doing is I make sure you get a quick win. This is I start adding this in, and I've been doing it the whole time I've been talking here. I'll pause and I drop a quick win. A quick win is something that you can't get nowhere else, but I solve a single problem for you in like 10 seconds. Okay, Pam Norris got it. You can't get it nowhere else. But as soon as I do it, it's like I pause. I'll be like, let me just pause real quick. Let me just tell you something. This is what you want to do. The whole super fan conversation I'm having with you, I've been solving your problems for a long time. Or that whole, Deanna, can we just like let them screenshot exactly what we do so they can see our prices and go from there? That solved the problem. I'm creating super fans. You understand? That's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to, in 10 seconds, solve an immediate problem for you. A problem that would have took you 2 years, I want to solve it in 10 seconds immediately. And then I say, all right, let's get to the episode. Now, what does that do? It plants the idea in your head, wow, I know this person. And now, hell, I'm the only person today that cared about solving one of your problems. You got to think about it. All of us is going to hang up from this phone call and get back to the matrix, and ain't nobody going to care nothing about us. Y'all know how it is. Y'all know what that world is out there like that. You know they ain't out here doing this. As soon as we hang up, it's going to be like, man, that was fun. Now I got to go deal with her. Anyway, I'm going to let y'all make it, all right? I ain't going to make y'all tell y'all business. Small win, real quick. Also, every time you post, every time you comment, every time you do anything, every time y'all post something, you must bring your audience, Matt Flynn calls it, bring your audience on the court. The way that I would say it is, give them a voice is the way I like to say it. Give them a voice. Here's what that means. I walked into the office 2 days ago, and I 15-minute meeting. And Deanna, I told you, Reggie, and Grace something. Go ahead.
He told Reggie he now leads the team. He told Grace she now leads the sales. And he told me I now lead the company.
Sure did. I came right in the office. I said, all right, we got some stuff to do. Deanna, you run the company now. Reggie, you run the team. Grace, you run sales. And I said 2 things. And I stepped back. All right, tell us what to do. I swear to God I did this. Right? And they talked. The next day, they expect me to take back over. I said, no. Tell me. I promoted all of them. Deanna doing some crazy stuff right now with me that is just crazy. Okay? I got about $100,000 worth of advanced marketing and sale, all sorts of stuff, and I never shared it. And I gave Deanna every password, all the tools, everything. I said, here. I basically gave her $100,000 of equipment today. I say, all right. And you, what would I tell you to do with me about that?
So we are now battle buddies. I am to remind him every single day. Not a day will go by where he will not hear me say, hey, come on, let's do this.
And you're supposed to be behind me or ahead of me?
I'm supposed to be ahead of him.
That's right.
I told her, you go ahead of me so you can lead. You in charge of the company. I still got my in charge role, but it's different now. You know what I'm saying? You're in charge of the company. You do this here. Now, what does that do for them? It makes them super fans, don't it? All right. Now, you turn around and do your audience that way. So the next time Pam Norris posts about hurricane preparedness, she needs to end that by saying, what would you do differently? How would you have handled this problem? And watch them comments light up. Because they can't wait to tell Pam they 2 cents. If you look at my post now, that's what you see. Don't teach me, involve me. You see me doing these calls. Yeah, Pam Norris got it. Yeah, don't teach me, involve me. Yeah. That's why I stopped down there early. Wait a minute. No. All that talking, that lecture. Nope. Yeah, show them the money. I wanted y'all involved. You got it? Oh, yeah, I want y'all involved. And then you'll always hear me say stuff like, and all this stuff is methodical for me. You hear me say, let me just stop right here. I want y'all to ask me something real quick. That's me saying, come on the court with me. Let's dunk this ball together. I'm not trying to have fans. I know I can't have everybody be a super fan, but I only need 100,000. Now, I only need 10,000, but I'm going after 100,000. But that's a different story. Let me tell you why I'm telling Pam Norris to get 10,000 super fans. Because all Pam Norris, everybody, can y'all see this on the screen? Mine, look at this here. You get you 10,000 super fans, and you give them some value to give you $100. Try it again. 10,000 super fans. I did $1,000. 10,000 super fans to give you $100. You built a $1 million company. Y'all going about it wrong. I'm trying to help you. 10,000 super fans to give you $100 a year. And every last one of y'all got the confidence to sell $100 a year to people who can't wait to buy from you. I just told you, Pam Norris could be like, we need 200 million. Okay. Well, let's go get it. How many people she going to be able to tell that to? You know what I'm saying? You only need 10,000 people, y'all. Now, fool around. I'm going to do it again. Fool around, Phil, Susan, and get 10,000 people that fool around and give you $100 a month. Now you're making $10 million a month. Am I helping you, Maya? I'm trying to fry your brain. I want it off. I want it full of value. That's why I said we was gonna go over, because I knew what I wanted to do. I want this to be the all-encompass. By the time we done, God dog it, I can't get that nowhere. In a sense of monetizing your podcast, and then we got to do a part 2. Always saying, all right, now for $99, everybody. No, screw all that. All right. Everybody gets that. Please receive. I want you to write on your paper. I want you to highlight it. 10,000 super fans. Giving you 100. There you go. She highlighted it. $100 a year is $1 million company. Now, let me tell you what Antonio does. 100 a year is $1 million company. a $1 million company. 100 a month is it's $10 million company. 100 a month, no, $1 million company. 100 a month gives you that a month, which looks a whole lot more sexy. You do both of them. Now, here's what you do, Pam. This is why I told y'all we're going over. This is what I want y'all to get before I hand it to Deanna. Because I didn't want Deanna to show y'all how to go get this money, because that ain't the way I think. The way I think, Maya, is real simple. Well, how can I get paid off both ends? If the advertisers is the front end, I want to get paid for I don't want no damn customers that I can't get paid for. I don't want my money dependent upon somebody that want to advertise with me. That's free money. I want to get paid for my customers too. Come on, somebody. Because think about it. You're building an audience, and then you're saying, now, audience, go be their customer. You see where my hand at is off the screen? Hey, audience, you're a real estate agent if you do that. I have the house. Please, you take the asset now. That's retarded. Nope. Hey, go be their customer, but you know they my super fans, right? Yes. Yes. And if you're not thinking about your podcast that way, you crazy. Podcast is my number one platform. Number one. My number one platform. Am I helping you, Pam Norris? Is this that stuff where you say, you know what, I can't learn this nowhere else? Is that one of those? I'm sorry. Okay, good. Last thing. Not only are you going to bring them on the court or give them a voice, you're going to let them decide. Real simple. You're going to say, Ice Buddy is coming out with a new cooler, but I can't decide which color. Should it be this one or this one? And here's the deal. The crazy thing is, y'all seen this before. You go, oh, that celebrity is so nice. No, you're a super fan of that celebrity, so you think they're so nice. Yes, it's time for you to be the celebrity. You're the star of your story. You are the A-list celebrity of your life. Lights, camera, Pamela. You understand? Yes. And then create a challenge. You need to have a challenge. I created 300 push-ups a day challenge, right? We still doing it. We still doing it. Knock it down to $100 for y'all. Create a challenge. Then create an Ice Buddy challenge, or Hurricane Preparedness challenge. Hurricane challenge. People love challenges. Humor challenge. Send your funniest stories to Susan@humorconsultants.com, and we will give you consultation. Now, if she get 100 people submit, even though she's giving away one free product, that's 100 new leads. Everybody got it? I've done my part. Deanna, final part is on you. Do that weird stuff that you do. I'm so enough bowing out, because I don't listen. Don't ask me nothing, because I ain't do none of this. I ain't never logged in my life. Access to it for 2 years. Didn't do nothing. She came in 2 days, fixed it. This is not my gift. So you ain't finna hear nothing from me. I'm done. You go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get your AdvertiseCast account set up. The things that you are going to need is you're going to need your analytics. So make sure, share my screen. So make sure that the platform that you use, you have your analytics available to you, because you're going to need to download it and save it as a PDF. So make sure you have that page up, because they're going to tell you the time frame that they're going to want it. when setting up your AdvertiseCast account, you put in the basic information, but you want to make sure that you do it as a podcaster / publisher, not an advertiser. Podcaster / publisher. That's the type of account you want to set up. And then you're going to put in your basic information, what describes you best, and put in whatever describes you best and put that in, and then create your account. Now to the nitty gritty. If you already have your podcast set up, the RSS feed, you can just plug that in there and it'll upload it. It'll automatically upload everything for you. So, example, tips and 10, RSS feed, it automatically copies it for me. Then I just go here and put it in, and I'm gonna import data from the feed. What this does, it allows, you see, it already populated just that quick. So your RSS feed, which you can find, and it will actually say RSS feed. So it'll be really easy for you to find. It'll give you a way for you to click it and copy it, or to automatically copy it once you click it. And you just put it into there and it'll generate everything else. Now, what it won't generate are the numbers, and that's what we're going to talk about. I'm going to go to Antonio's to show you what is important about this, because as you see, it says describe your show, your audience, and how you will help promote the business. These are one of those moments where you copy. These are one of those moments where you copy. This whole paragraph right here is your audience and how you will promote their business.
Copy and paste.
Yeah, I'm gonna copy and paste it to you guys. Because what it is saying is in detail who your audience is and how you're going to promote the businesses of the advertisers. So as you see, Antonio, 11,043 monthly listeners and an estimated 73,470 on iTunes. On top of that, he's telling them, with that, we can also promote you on our extra social media channels for an additional charge. Then we go into saying what those extra additional charges are, what's on those additional social media channels. Twitter has 3,540 followers. Also, make sure you go in and update your numbers. As soon as your numbers change, you go update them. And you're telling them how you're going to do it. 2 tweets per week on Twitter. 2 posts per week on Facebook with that number of followers, with how many followers on there. 2 posts per week on Instagram with those followers. 2 posts per week on LinkedIn and then if you have a newsletter, let them know how many subscribers you have. So now what you're doing is you're telling them, remember when I said they're going to want to know the numbers? These are numbers they can actually look up themselves. But you're telling them, this is what I'm going to do. That analogy I told you, when record labels, when it comes to music artists, they want to see what your following is before they even bother signing you. You're telling them, this is my following, sign me. So that one paragraph is extremely important. And then from that paragraph, define your reach. So how many downloads per episode reach, and they want 30 days. So the downloads per episode, they want it in 30 days. And that's when you go back to your page, you go to the analytics, and you put in that 30-day time frame, and you hit down, and you download it. And when you download it, save it as a PDF. And every time your numbers change, when you update your numbers, every time it changes, they're going to ask you to send a reach verification. So if you noticing that it's going from 11,000 and it jumped up to 20,000, put the 20,000 in there. If you are one of those, podcasters who they never have to worry about your numbers, you're always on time. They may not even ask you for verification, but if you do, you'll have to go through the process again of going back to your platform, putting in those 30 days, downloading, turning it into a PDF, and then you're going to upload it right here. You just hit add file. Then you're going to need your iTunes URL, because that helps them track you as well. Your publishing frequency. How often are you going to publish your podcast? Are you going to do it weekly? What day weekly? Every 2 days, every 4 days? They want to know this, because when they go to the advertisers, what if the advertisers want you, what if you're posting twice a week? And the advertiser's like, well, you know, we don't really need it that much. Or you're posting twice a week. They want to know the frequency so they can let the advertisers know the frequency. Because if you're posting weekly, that lets the advertisers know, okay, if they're posting weekly, then we can put an ad with them weekly. If they're posting monthly, we can put an ad with them monthly. What if you have an advertiser that wants to be in every single ad that you post for the next 4 days, for the next 4 weeks? If you don't tell them we post daily, you're not going to get that daily contract. So imagine you charging $116 for a 60-second mid-roll, and you're uploading a podcast every day, and that company is like, hey, we want it every day for 30 days. That's a pretty nice contract. So make sure you put in your frequency. It's very important. And you can edit this as well. So if you up it, if you shift it, you can edit that as well. Now your ad spots. You want to do baked in. What baked in is for as long as that podcast episode is up, that ad is going to be in that podcast. So if somebody listens to this podcast 2 years from now, they're going to hear that ad. A lot of companies want it baked in because they paid for it. So now they know, well, as long as that ad is running, we got a commercial out there, we can get paid off of it. How many spots per episode is very important. You want to make sure that you're telling them, hey, we can run your spot and we're running another spot. And that also lets the advertisers know, hey, we can do 2 spots per episode. We can run 2 mid-rolls per episode, which means you have 2 ads back to back. Do not be flexible on your ad pricing. You see that? Don't do that. Don't be flexible. Keep your prices the way they are. Ms. Maya, did you have your hand up? Go ahead.
Just wanted to find out, like, as far as timing goes, like, how long should an actual episode be?
The length of an actual episode depends on you. It can be a 30-minute episode. It can be a 2-hour and 15-minute episode. It all depends on you. But when it comes to placing that ad, if it's a mid-roll, you want to make sure it's in the center of your episode. So, but your episode itself, the length can be, if you're doing an interview and that interview runs 2 hours instead of the 30 minutes that you timed it to be, then that's okay. So the episode length is not specific to the ad. Did that answer your question for you? Awesome. Okay. So do not be flexible on your pricing. We got the big old green check in the no on being flexible. Don't do that. Now, when it comes to your baked in host read ad units, that means they're going to send you a script. You're going to read that script and you're going to record that script and you're going to put it in. This lets you know how you can do it. So how would you set this up? You would go to 60-second pre-roll ad. You just hit edit. And then you put in your price. So if you want to, let's say you want to start off, you did your research, you're just now getting started, you want to average $6. There we go. You see right here, it'll let you know, let's say you want to average $6 per 1,000 downloads. If you put in the numbers, it'll tell you what it is. So that's 110, 60. Oh, see, it won't let me go. And sometimes it just won't let you, it won't let you go under a certain amount. And as you see here, it'll tell you what your profit is. So remember when Antonio was saying, hey, they get sales too. This is how that works. They let you know what your profit is. So if you charge them $10, they'll let you know what your profit is. And then you click the green to activate it. You click this green right here to activate the ad. So if you're not getting anybody coming in saying, hey, we don't see where you're offering any ad space or anything, go back and check to make sure, because once you do this, it activates that particular ad for you. Now they will give you a recommended pricing for your ad based on your CPM. They will give you a recommended amount. Go for the recommended. If you're unsure of what it is, go for the recommended amount and let them, because they know this is what they do. This is their profession. They know. So if you're telling them, yeah, we have 11,000 downloads, and they say, okay, well, we recommend you doing this amount, do that amount. Do not be afraid of charging somebody so much, because they're going to find those customers that are going to pay that much for your spot. And then from there, you give your podcast details. You put in your RSS feed, the same one you posted at the top, you put right here. And then your network is asking you, are you a part of another network of podcasts, or are you independent? So you can say you are an independent podcaster, so you can put independent. Your demographic data. If you know your demographics, Spotify, hosting, social media profiling, how are you doing it? Make sure that you know your demographics.
Determines which companies are going to come for.
That lets you know what company is going to look for you. So if your demographic data source is audience surveys, if it's Spotify, hosting analytics, so that's the hosting analytics, which means the analytics from your hosting website, from your hosting platform for your podcast. If you're doing social media profiling, or if you're just making a guess, let them know what your demographic data source is. And then your location. Antonio is worldwide. So you can literally put, I am worldwide. So that means that if they post with you, they will get orders or get business from other countries. That means when they post with you, they're not limited to just sales in the United States. Especially if you're a company like Ice Buddy. You want to let them know, hey, I'm all over. Come to me. And what are your interests? For this particular podcast, the B2B from A to Z, the interest is business, networking, sales, and marketing. Business to business. Having a promo code is optional. If you have advertisers that you would prefer, that you would really like to work with, you can put them there, but that's optional as well. List advertisers. If you have advertisers that you have worked with, list those. And then we get to the, it says other information, but I guarantee you it's information that they look at, like the social media total reach. So that paragraph that you wrote earlier, all those numbers from every single platform, your email database is considered social media. Count those numbers. You're going to add all of those numbers up across all platforms, and you put it in this spot right here. So that allows them to go to one place to see what your numbers are, to see what they're possible, if they're going to get a good return on investment with you, that number helps them determine. And then what tags are you using? So when your listing is, when the salesmen and saleswomen of Advertised Cast go to upload your information, those who are looking, they're gonna, if someone puts in Houston, they'll find B2B from A to Z. If someone puts in business, if they put in sales, marketing, B2B, they will find the B2B from A to Z podcast. And then you put in your secondary contact information just in case they need to reach you and they can't reach you on the first one. And the most important part of this entire thing, make sure you put your PayPal payout email on there, please.
Oh, yeah. That's your money.
Please make sure you put your PayPal payout email because you want to make sure that you get paid.
That's your money.
And the second most important, your product sample address. Remember when Antonio said he got a whole cell phone service for free? They shipped him that was on the secret to see. They shipped him the monitor for free. We got food shipped. The product sample address. This is you telling them where to send the free stuff, where to send the stuff so you can experiment. So make sure you put that information in there as well. And then you save your listing. And after you save your listing, give them a moment, because what they're going to do is they're going to go in and they have to approve your podcast to go into the flow of ads, which means they're going to look at your numbers. They're going to see if everything adds up. They're going to see if you fit, because that's another thing. They're actually going to go through and see if you fit with their flow, with their company. If your podcast doesn't fit, they'll let you know. They'll send you a nice email, say, hey, unfortunately, your podcast doesn't fit with any of our advertisers. So, thank you, but try again at another time. Or they may say, hey, congratulations, let's start making money. Mm-hmm. So I just want to point out to you again, the most important parts when filling this out. Your RSS feed, because it'll automatically generate everything for you. But that paragraph about who your audience is and how you will promote the business for your advertisers. That's the first important thing. The next thing is your downloads per episode. You're going to go to your platform, pull up your analytics and you start with the day you're filling out the application, go 30 days back. So if you're filling out your application today, go to December 22nd. So they can see the last 30 days. And then you download it, PDF, and then upload it. Your iTunes URL. And then when it comes to your ad spots, make sure you have it baked in. Make sure you let them know your frequency. Make sure you are not flexible on your ad pricing. When you do your pricing for your 60-second mid-roll, go with the recommended price, because 9 times out of 10, it's going to be higher than what you would charge. And be comfortable charging that much. RSS feed again. Make sure your network is independent. And make sure you put in your total social media reach, your tags, and your PayPal payout email address. So do we have any questions, ladies and gentlemen?
I think we dominated there.
You've been very thorough. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, if you don't have any questions, we have completed our marketing training for today, monetizing your podcast and getting to 11,000 followers.
I think so.
Join us tomorrow for business training with the CEO, Mr. Antonio T. Smith Jr. Would you like any last words, boss man?
No, ourselves will be quiet.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you can plan better. You can dominate. Everyone have a great day.